Good evening, guys. So you are here on my channel, Musically Me. I am going to share a story time with you guys today. The story time that I want to share today, it's about a friend. This is a friend that I had in high school. What I considered her like my best friend in high school. So this is kind of a story particularly about colorism. And it's really weird because the friend that I'm talking about and how this all came about, she's kind of pretty much my color. And as you can see, I'm a chocolate girl, so I don't know why this particular event happened, but we're going to talk about it. So when I was in high school, I had a friend, and I won't mention her name, but we went to the swimming pool, a community swimming pool one time, because my swimming pool, the one that was in my apartment complex, it was closed down for cleaning or something like that. And it was during the summer, we were really bored and we just wanted to go swimming. So we ended up going to the community swimming pool. So my mom takes us, we get there, we hop out the car, and you know, because I'm not used to community swimming pools, I didn't know that you would need ID to get in there. So I didn't have a ID at the time, because I was about 16, 17, one of those ages. So we get out the car, we go up and, you know, try to get into the community swimming pool. And so the lady who was working at the desk at that time informed us that we needed ID. So I go back to my mom and I'm like, okay, we can't go to the swimming pool anymore because I don't have my ID. So my mom, I look exactly like her. So my mom was like, just take my ID in and they won't notice anything. My mom's just like maybe 3 or 4 shades lighter than me. But other than that, same face. If you saw my mama next to me, you'd be like, wow. But anyway, my mom gives me her ID. And so, oh, you know what? Backtrack. I did have an ID at the time. My friend did not have an ID at the time. So what my mom suggested when we went back was for me to use my mom's ID and for my friend to use my ID. And it's a community swimming pool, you know, so it'll be no big deal. You know, we're thinking they shouldn't, you know, really enforce the rules like that. So I hand my ID to my friend. Mind you, we're the same shade, and hopefully you can see my brownness, right? We're the same shade. I handed my friend my ID and she's like, I don't think this is gonna work, you know, like, you know, we're like 2 different colors and, you know, I just don't know, you know, if it'll work. And at that point, I was just really confused because she was kind of like making a fuss about it. And I'm like, we are the same color, like pretty much. When I think about it, I don't really think she was lighter than me. We were pretty much the same shade of brown. So I didn't understand what her problem was. So I'm still, you know, I'm trying to convince her. I'm like, okay, whatever, just take my ID and it'll be fine. And she's like, oh, I don't really think that, you know, they'll believe that I'm you because we're 2 different. And the thing was, it wouldn't have been a big deal, but she was like harping on the fact that we weren't the same color, like, and that's what kind of put me off. So we finished talking about whatever, and eventually I talked the girl into going up and giving my ID, my mother's ID for me, and me giving my ID to her to get into the swimming pool. In the story, we get into the swimming pool. The lady she don't care. So the lady lets us into the pool. We have a nice time. But when I thought back over it, like when I got home later that day, I was kind of ticked off because I'm like, you really like sat up there and decided it'd be different if, you know, if I was ebony and you was ivory. We ebony over here. Both of us were ebony. So, and we were chocolate ebony. So that just really threw me off. And so that's just a small story time for you guys. And I know that recently there's been in the news, or I guess pop culture, I don't know if you guys watch We're the Campbells on TV1, but Erica's daughter recently, well, I don't know how recently, because, you know, they have to film and everything, but her daughter went through some colorism things too, and it's just a message. The thing is, it doesn't matter what color you are. It really doesn't. Because at the end of the day, Black people as a whole are experiencing mass genocide. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're light, dark, or in between. It does not matter. I think that the whole division between light skin and dark skin, it's divisive. And if we get so caught up in that, how do we even begin to attack and take on issues that are really affecting us if we're so caught up in skin color? You know what I'm saying? Still, we have to love ourselves. And I think loving your skin and loving the skin that you're in starts from within, and really learning to appreciate yourself. And you can't give that love and that appreciation to anybody else if you don't have it first. So that's just a little small reminder. And I thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Musically Me, and I am Musically Me. And support your girl, and I will support back. Thanks.